Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions of the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike. Let's pull the pin.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Let's pull the pin. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
Let me
Let me know you this.
let me let me know.
Let me
Nimmy
know you
nimmy
this. Let me know.
nimmy
Let me,
nimmy nimmy. Let's keep up.
let
We
me
up. Scooby
tell
Doo.
you this so you
Yeah.
know that this is our 100th episode. Obviously, we have more than 100 because we have other,
Should just
playlists.
left it at that. Should just left it at that. 100. You're doing good. Just had to mess up.
Well, because we have other playlists, it obviously distorts the numbers, but episode number 100, as in episodes, yes, this is our
And
100th.
for this to be 100 on this particular day means a lot.
Right, because
Yeah.
what is this day?
Memorial Day. The
Ooh,
day where the average American thanks veterans.
do they really, though?
Yeah, they thank a veteran instead of paying tribute to those who have fallen.
Ah, not to
Yeah,
be confused. Right,
right, right,
right. So
right,
tell us what Memorial Day is supposed to
right.
be. That was your cue to tell us.
But like I was saying, it's a day where we honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and have given their lives for the freedom that some people
Right,
would say, take advantage of, take for
right.
granted.
So you think the word memorial
Uh,
would make it good,
Memorial,
right?
yeah,
In memory,
of
yes, those who are no longer.
here.
Right.
They have sacrificed, who have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So it's not Veterans Day, right?
No,
It's
it's not Veterans Day.
Memorial Day.
Yes, yes.
So how do we celebrate Memorial Day? I mean, we can't obviously Veterans Day. You can thank a veteran. That's great. So you
Right.
think people are just thanking veterans because they don't know what to do, or they don't have a barbecue to go to? I don't know if you're speaking, but I can't hear a word you're saying.
You
Oh,
can't hear
there you
me?
go. Now I
Oh,
can.
I said I don't know if it's a barbecue or if they have no clue about Memorial Day and they know it's associated with the military somewhat. So they say, hey, it's Memorial Day. Remember, we have vets. Thank them. Something like that.
Mm, right. I know there's a lot of sales that go on.
Really? Really? It sells.
Exactly.
Yeah, it sells all the time. Memorial Day sale, Fourth of
Oh,
July sale,
right,
Veterans Day sale.
right.
But
10% off our
yeah, I
10%
think the
inflated prices.
yeah, yeah, they get you in that door, man. But
Hmm.
I truly believe um one of the best quotes I've ever heard was it goes on Memorial Day we come together as Americans to let these families and veterans know that they are not alone. We give thanks for those who sacrifice everything so that we could be free. And we commit ourselves to upholding the ideals for which so many patriots have fought and died. I love
Yeah.
that one.
And that's awesome because I think Memorial Day does become a barbecue or a consumer sale. I think just too many people don't really get the impact of what the day is supposed to be about.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
just don't think that the general public really appreciates the sacrifice that was made for the freedoms they have to go, you know, burn the flag, start an autonomous zone, or whatever else you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is what America is about, though.
Right.
Like
And
that's why I
some,
don't like these people. Even some of this, when I was in, soldiers were saying, and even now, some veterans say, "You want to burn the flag, then get out of America." Right? Really?
sure.
It's a
Well, I
figure of
think,
speech.
I think we can have a conversation about that. I think that's just plain idiotic. Just because of what the flag represents. If you don't like the country, you change the country. Burning the flag doesn't really tell me anything other than you hate the country. I don't get it. Like you
Yeah,
can,
have you ever talked to someone who burned the flag?
right? But that's what I'm saying. I don't need to because the act of burning the flag is like burning your toilet paper and looking for something to wipe your ass with. Like No, toilet paper is for wiping your ass. That's what it's for. If you want to, protest the country, there's many ways to do that. So
Uh,
yeah, I don't get it. All it tells me is that you don't like the country. So that's probably where I would say, then leave. I mean, if you don't like it, if you don't like the way it's run,
Really?
go sit on
Really?
on Congress or the
Really?
Capitol Hill, or yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's
okay.
just an ignorant way of saying something needs to change.
So and I've had this conversation. I've heard
Okay, well let's hear
that
it.
that right there. I've heard similar statements to what you
Hmm.
just made, and I always say, so you should never complain about anything in politics ever again.
No, I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying then, because I'm not saying they don't
If
have
you
the right
don't,
to complain.
right?
I'm saying that the appropriate way to do something, it's more effective to me to go with signs and picket, to stand in front of a tank, put a flower in a gun barrel, all those protests against the American ways and war and things like that in the country, even to take tea and throw it overboard. That's more effective to me than to burn the thing that represents your country. Because to me, that sends the wrong message. And that's why people will confuse it with go somewhere else.
So when someone burns the flag to you, what does the flag represent?
I think there's 50 stars for a reason.
Yeah,
I think there's stripes for a reason. I
right,
think that's all for a reason. And it represents what we are, the country. We are the United States of America.
right. So if somebody says, I thought this was everything you just listed,
Yeah.
freedom, democracy, whatever,
Hmm.
and they felt wrong, like they were wronged by the country somehow, and
Hmm.
then that's their figure of speech saying, just, no, no, that's not that's not what the America I thought it was.
So,
You
right.
know,
So, just burn
so
it
then
down, right?
they
Burn down your
burning the
house.
flag. It's a figure of speech.
I, I
That's why,
understand that. And I'm
yeah.
not saying
So
you don't have the right to do that. I'm just saying to me that that doesn't seem effective because it sends a miscommunication to a lot of people.
some people would say it's somewhat effective.
Well, I mean, you
Here
can.
we are
Well,
talking about it on Memorial
well,
Day.
but I don't think it's effective to the fact of what the point they're trying to get across because it's sending messages to people like me and others that you've mentioned that you just don't like this country. It's not that you don't like the way the country's running, you don't like the country. And that's what it sends to me. And that's obviously my interpretation. But if you have a lot of people interpreting something the wrong way you're intending, it's not effective. So a better way to
Okay,
protest
but
would be,
who's to say that's a true statement though?
well, I don't have to say it's true.
No,
I mean,
okay,
I didn't even bring up the example. You
right.
you
I'm
know you
just
said
saying that
people to
just
talk to, right?
right, because if people have fought and died for people to have freedom of speech, and that's a form of speech. So I don't even get upset. I don't like it personally, right? I don't like it, but that's a figure of speech. So hey, they have that right.
Sure, yeah, and I'm not contesting that, and I'm not even saying they can't or shouldn't. I'm just saying it's not an effective way to protest because it's a mixed signal. That's all I'm saying. Is if you want to really protest something happening in the country, then protest what's happening in the country.
Yeah, but even when see, it's I don't know, it's kind of like a lose lose situation to me. Some people in this country, many people in this country, have a problem with people protesting anything in this country if they don't side with whatever position the protesters are on.
Right,
You
but
know what I
that's not,
mean?
yeah, but that's not a
It's like
logical. Right,
that's
that's not a
like the
logical
Second Amendment.
argument.
Second Amendment. You have
Right,
people protesting. They're trying to take out guns. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, we have a right to bear arms. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We all know it. We've heard it, right?
right.
So now I'm like, I don't side with you, but I get it.
Yeah, see, well, I
I
think
get it.
we can all agree, or we all should agree, that the act of protesting should not be considered anything other than American. That is American. So protesting is American. So you shouldn't say people shouldn't protest, couldn't protest, can't like that. To me is that you. Well, how would you say that? To me that is American. Protesting is American because that's what we should be doing. And I've said it a million times with the media and all the other people. We should be questioning everything that's happening, and that's kind of a small protest. If you don't, I mean, I don't know if you could understand what I'm saying. To question something is protesting it, not just believing it.
Right.
You still may follow it, and say, okay, well, yeah, okay, now I get it. But you're questioning it. That's a mini protest. And that's something I think we need. So I am not even contesting a protest. I mean, you could protest any dang thing you want. I mean, I could sit here and say, let's say I'm not a fan of LGBTQ stealing the rainbow. I could go protest that. I mean, I remember growing up when they had cereal boxes with rainbows on it. Now you see a rainbow, it's a flag, and you're supposed to represent something. Like, I could protest that, right? I don't know if I'm
I'm
going to
just
get
sitting here
anywhere
trying
with
to
it.
remember the cereal box that had the
The Lucky
rainbow.
Charms.
Was it Lucky Charms?
Yeah, they had the
Shoot, I was
rainbow
thinking
with
it
all
was.
the colors and
Yeah, I was thinking it was cornflakes, but okay, sorry about
yeah,
that.
yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I grew
Yeah,
up in an era where the rainbow meant this. Now everybody growing up knows the rainbow means that. So if I
right,
thought the rainbow was cool and wanted to get a flag with it, I'd probably have people, oh, you're a supporter. Like, no, I just like the rainbow. Like, I mean,
right.
what do you? So should I protest that? I mean, I could, right? But
Mm-hmm.
what would it do? What would I do? Burn down the rainbow? Like, what would I do? Burn rainbow flags? Like,
I was about to
but I
say
like
the
the rainbow.
flag. Yeah,
But I like the rainbow.
yeah, I
So
get it.
I'm burning the very thing I like. So just because someone else is
Mm.
using it the wrong way, it's them that's the problem. Not, well, I mean, in my eyes, I'm obviously saying it's them I have the issue against. I'm protesting against using that flag or using that symbol. It's not the symbol. So if you don't like the symbol, you don't like the rainbow. You don't like the flag. You don't like the country. If you don't like people who are
Mm.
using it or what they're using it for, then your problem is with them. That's just my logic. You don't have to agree with it, but that's where I'm
Yeah,
at.
okay, all right, yeah. But on this Memorial Day, I like to remember those who have died, and
Those who were under the flag, and
yeah,
that flag
yeah,
means something to
yeah,
them.
they were wrapped in it.
That flag means something to them.
Yeah,
So you burn that
yeah.
flag to somebody who has something with the meaning like that. It's like an insult, and they're allowed to take it as an insult. They're allowed to not. So that's where the thing comes in. The sensitivity thing is you're trying to do something to mean one thing, but in essence you're doing it against somebody who sees it another way. And if you don't care, then no big deal. But if you're
Right.
sensitive, find a different way.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Walk around a big stop, make a new flag says government sucks or America's running whatever, or find a different way. So to me, it's a lazy protest or a
really?
selfish protest. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it tells the problem. I don't think it identifies anything. If you burn your country's flag, what are you against? You against everything in your country?
That's why I asked you if you ever talked to anyone who burned the flag, or
No.
even says, I burned the flag before, if they ever did it, or
Yeah, no.
you
I've
know.
never spoken to anybody. I mean, I've
Mm.
spoken to people who say they have no problem with it. You know, what I mean, they don't do it.
Yeah, but I guarantee you the majority of those people say, I don't have a problem with it. I wouldn't do it, but I don't have
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because even most of the veterans I know, we understand that that's what we fought for, the freedom, so people
right,
can express themselves any way they want, whether it's dumb or not. I
right.
mean, so I get it. And like I said, I'm not even against it. I'm just saying I don't like it. I think it's insensitive to the people who died for that flag. But if you choose to be insensitive and mean or tweet mean things, okay, then you're just a mean jerk. I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm not
Mm.
gonna run over and punch you in the face because you burned the flag. I don't even need to do that.
Yeah,
So
but I don't know. It's just another form of speech to me.
sure. I
Yeah.
just think, like I said, I'm not against that. I'm just saying I don't think it's an effective form because it's just like the other things I was telling you. If you're pissing one group of people off to make your point, whether intentional or not, then you're not being effective.
Well, sometimes people just do things to get people talking.
Sure, but I don't know. Like for instance, if I run around my neighborhood and start checking car doors and stealing things out of their car just to get people to lock their car door, I mean, is that effective? Yeah, maybe, right? Because people be like, "Holy cow, people are breaking in,"
Yeah,
and
and
now
then they'll
people are
lock the
afraid.
doors.
Yeah, but now people are afraid, and now people have cameras and they're setting up and they don't trust each other and all this. Or I could walk around saying, "Hey, we're checking car doors today. You mind if I look and see if yours is open?" It's effective. It's more effective. Then people know, hey, this is the deal. Oh yeah, I usually leave it unlocked. Nothing happens. Well, we just want you to know it's a risk. I mean, like there's different ways to do things. That's my point.
Right.
And I think if people took the time to think things through, I mean, we had the same conversation with the kneeling. You know, we don't have to rehash it, but that was something that could have been protested a different way. And you could have come out with the shirts. They could have been right off the bat with the shirts. It didn't have to be the flag. It didn't have to, so
It didn't have to be kneeling.
it didn't
And
have
then
to
other
be,
people would say, "Yeah, I agree with that. It doesn't. You don't have to burn the flag. You don't have to. You shouldn't kneel. Don't. Hey, NBA players, they shouldn't wear T-shirts that say
well,
I can't
right.
breathe.
Sure. But
It's
everybody's got
like,
their opinion. Everybody's got their
yeah,
opinion. But my problem is if I have the opinion because I just disagree with you altogether, then anything you do is going to bother me. If I disagree with you altogether, anything's going to do. Like I never even knew he was sitting for the national anthem. I didn't even, that probably I wouldn't even care. Like, but apparently that wasn't working to get the point across. Then he went to another extreme to do it, during the national anthem, which I think just irritated a group of people who could care less what he was doing. So they just brought it into their realm, and now they're like, hey, that's kind of an insult. And then that just made them have an opinion. I just didn't think that was like necessary, and I think people need to just consider that for a second before you go and do something, especially something unless it's an impulse. Obviously, you're gonna do stupid stuff anyway. I do it all the time. But if it's something you're planning on doing to get an effect, unless that was their effect, I mean, unless that's what they were planning on is to divide us and create this kind of turmoil, but then I think the message is lost. Do you think that the Kaepernick his message got across, or do you think that a new message was created from that?
I think it's both. I
Right,
think
but
it's
would it?
both because I think a lot of people try to label it as disrespectful
Mhm.
to the flag, and you had those vets, soldiers, or whoever come in and say, "No, it's not. It's freedom of speech." You know,
Mhm.
and so I think his message was getting twisted or spun so they could make him look bad,
Right, but his
right?
message is no longer the focus now, so it wasn't effective. If he was
I believe it
standing for
is.
something,
I truly believe it is.
you think
It is
so?
a focus. Yeah,
I don't think so. I
yeah.
think the message got twisted. It all became about him disrespecting the flag. It wasn't about what he even
Mm.
started for.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's once again depends on the circles. You know what I mean? But where I am, nah. But I can see people trying to make him look bad, and every time you mention the name Cap, and then they start talking about, oh yeah, he disrespected the flag, and I just like, no, he didn't.
Well, that's their opinion, right? And they're
Yeah,
they're
but they don't know a
entitled to
damn
believe
thing
that.
about the flag.
But they're entitled to believe that.
They
That's
can
my
believe
point.
anything they want, but if you
Right.
really want to talk about the flag and representing freedom, they don't know it. They don't know anything about the flag.
Okay. So let's dig a little deeper here, though. Who gets to determine how the flag is disrespected? Who gets to determine that?
Disrespect to me is always in the eye of the beholder.
Which is the person you just spoke about. They
Right, but
disrespected the flag. To me, they
no,
disrespected
if
it.
you want to say that, that's fine.
Right.
But then when you ask these people, how is it if the flag represents freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of whatever, how is what he did disrespecting the flag?
Well, I can
And
give you a
normally,
scenario. I can
well,
give
go
you a
ahead,
scenario because
go
if we
ahead.
go to when we went to war, right? What was the one that Iwo Jima, the one with the famous statue with the Marines holding the flag up?
Yeah,
What was the enemy trying to do?
shoot him
What was the
down,
enemy trying? Yeah, to
capture the
get
flag.
rid of the flag.
Yeah,
Yes, to eliminate the flag, to burn the flag. When the Americans were just trying to get it standing to show we are here, we won, we're that was the whole thing. So to those people, that flag stood for something, and that was a representation. So to them, disrespecting the flag could mean a lot more, and I wouldn't disagree with them.
so him sitting, kneeling, whatever, when the national anthem is being played, is equivalent to an enemy trying to shoot down soldiers who's trying to stand up the flag. He represents the enemy now.
Oh, you could probably make that argument. I wouldn't say that was. I wouldn't say that would be my opinion.
Yeah, I
He would
know,
just
but you
be an
said you
idiot to
have an
me.
example.
He would just be an idiot to me. But if I was the one trying to make the flag stand, if I were to walk out to the flagpole and I would have raised the flag in honor of Memorial Day and all the dead, and you were to walk in behind me and just start lowering the flag, what would that do? What would that mean to you? Your moment's over. You don't honor them. Like we can make up a whole bunch of stories of what it would mean, but what does it mean?
I don't know. Why would I do that though? Why?
Why would you kneel for the national anthem?
I don't feel like I
Why?
need to stand.
And I don't feel like the flag needs to be up on Memorial Day. Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
get it. So I don't
the
get that.
point
I
the
really
point
don't.
is who determines that? Who determines that the flag goes up Memorial Day and everyone has to like it or not? I mean, who determines that?
I don't know, but I don't know who determines that everyone has to like it. I think that's where the confusion is coming in.
Right. You don't have to like it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't
Right,
have to.
right. But if you say that you don't like it and then you you do something to take it down, then that's more like dishonoring it.
Right. Like
You know what I
kneeling.
mean?
Like when
No, it's not
everyone's
like
supposed to
kneeling.
stand for the national anthem to show their allegiance.
Everybody's not supposed. Why does everybody say that? Where do you get that from?
That's in the NFL rule book.
Say
Yeah, I
what?
think it's a rule in the NFL. The NFL has a rule that
You talking
says
about
that.
now?
I don't know. No, this was a long-standing thing.
No, 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 it wasn't. No, it
No. Oh,
wasn't.
did they go and edit that one too?
Yeah,
Sorry,
they
man.
edited that one because
Did
when
they?
they first started it, they were back in the locker room. We talked about that. So it's not they're not going to say that everybody has to stand. And it's like, okay, that's the NFL, National Football League. So if I don't stand, what are they going to do? Call the cops? Kick me out?
Yes,
Okay.
they could, right? Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
My
I don't even
whole
know
thing
why we're
is,
still talking about
yeah, I
this whole
know, but
thing. We had a whole episode on that.
yeah, I know, but is it is it disrespecting the guys and gals on Memorial Day? I'm like, wow, man, that's digging deep. That's like scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to find something. Like I said, if you really look at it and look it up, what the flag stands for, freedom. He has the freedom to do that. And if you're really for freedom, how can you say he was wrong?
I
He
didn't say
didn't.
what. I didn't say he's wrong. That's not what I was saying. I was saying he's ineffective. That's my
You
point.
said it's disrespecting the flag, though.
No, well, to me, I get to interpret that as disrespect.
Okay, so that's you fall in that category. That's what I'm saying. I
Well,
don't
no, no,
get
no,
that.
no. You. The reason you don't get it is because that interpretation was now possible. Had he done something that did not dishonor the flag or the national anthem, then I would have never even been in this conversation. Had he did something directly to the problem he was addressing, not the country, and brought everyone into it, or even the people that serve the country, then I wouldn't even be in this conversation. You know, like you always like to say, people like to insert themselves with things like that. And that does happen. And I don't think that's right. I don't think you should just insert yourself because I wear pink socks too, then he must be talking about me. But that's what I'm saying. So what was he protesting? All of America and its ways? Like, what was he protesting? He brought in, it was ineffective because he brought in people who would think that it was disrespectful.
You really and truly believe it was ineffective.
Yes, for the
And on
cause he
this
did.
100th episode on
For the
Memorial Day,
cause he had, yes, I do.
okay.
His cause could have been more succinct, direct, and we might have actually had change instead of back and forth bickering that just
So
late
what do you
night
think he should have
go
done?
on. What should he have done?
Yeah,
What was his cause? He was
he
against
didn't like all the
police.
violence. Yeah, police
So police
violence against
violence.
unarmed black people.
Yeah, so he should burn down the Capitol because that solves everything. He should have had an insurrection at the White House. I don't know what he would have done, but the problem is what? Police violence. It's not. I mean, what is it? Who do you include in that?
I like to go to. I want to say something.
All right, say something.
Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere who bravely bears his country's cause. Honor also to the citizen who cares for his brother in the field, should say brother and sister, in the field, and serves as best they can. The same cause. Honor to them, less only than to them who braves for the common good the storms of heaven and the storms of battle. Wow.
Honor,
Yeah.
right? Honor. And the opposite of honor is dishonor.
Mm. Yeah. Honor to those who have served and have sacrificed their lives.
Yeah,
That's what this day is about.
right. And I think it should be about honoring the people who allowed me, even though I served, there's others that allowed me to sit in this chair and say the things I say. Yeah.
Really. And a lot of people wouldn't like what you say if everybody heard it.
Right. They never do. That's why I
Yeah.
brought you.
You got one person.
No, no, not to like me, to say something else.
You got one person. But my whole point is, they died, so you can do that.
Right. But you also don't have to honor them. You also don't have to think they died for you. You don't have to even believe that.
That's true.
So,
That's true, and that's okay
sure,
to
it's
some.
okay. Well, I
To
mean, it's
some.
okay. I mean, if it was me, you know, if I had people that didn't believe or didn't appreciate what I did, then why would I do it? You know what I mean? I could
You
just as
you you
easy
don't. You're
pack
not
up and
doing it for them.
for
You're
who?
not.
Who?
Yeah, these people. If you had people that didn't believe in what you did or didn't
Well,
honor,
I'm
don't
doing it
honor you for what
for
you did.
all the people, right? I'm doing it for
Right.
all,
You're doing it for the
and
country. They
right.
sacrificed their life for the country.
And what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, and you've seen this all across this overseas in all the battles we do, people are leaving their countries, not even fighting for them. You know, they're not even fighting to keep their country. So at the end of the day, if I'm not doing it for them, let's just say the few that don't appreciate it. Well, let's say that few becomes the masses. I mean, what do? Am I going to go fight for a country of people who don't even care if I'm fighting for the country? Like then I become fighting for myself because I'm not fighting for them because they don't care. So when the masses tip to the point where you're no longer appreciated, I mean, even in certain wars, we've seen that, right? Wasn't the
Yeah.
Vietnam guys came back
Yeah.
and they got spit on and nobody appreciated them?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they doing the same thing? Weren't they fighting for their country?
Yeah.
But people didn't appreciate them. So at what point would you go to war? What point would you do it anymore? What point would you just say, you know what, screw them? I'm going to another country where people do
Yeah,
appreciate the
but
sacrifice I make.
I mean, but they. I don't know. Spitting on them is totally different. That's something I'm
Sure.
against, because that's a form of assault. But if someone's protesting the war and saying, calling them baby killers and things of that nature, I get it. I get that they don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get it. It's really what it
Yeah,
is.
but
Right.
hey, people have fought and died so they could be able to express themselves.
Yeah. But
They're
then they
not
make,
doing they're not doing anything illegal. They're not hurting anyone. They're not assaulting anyone. So let them have that freedom of speech.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that many Americans have an issue with.
What's that?
I really letting people go and have their opinion
Oh, of
and their
course.
freedom of speech.
Of course.
You know,
It's why we don't have many YouTube subscribers.
nah, I blame you for that.
Oh, well, you can, but
Yeah,
I'm the one setting off the algorithm, apparently.
that wasn't why. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn algorithm. It's
Oh,
because you're so right wing, man. And YouTube, you said it's left wing.
right, right, right. But that's what I said. You lockstep with that, so you should get us in there.
Nah,
And you're a
because
person of
every
color,
once in a
so
while,
so
yeah, I
now
know
you've
that you
got
think that would
now you
garner a
got
lot of
some,
attention
yeah,
there, but no, I'm
yeah.
not one of those pretty ones.
Oh, you check a couple boxes for us, man. I'm
Yeah,
like,
right. Just
damn.
no, I can't get all three. 2 out of 3.
Well, the other one's still up to Anyways, we'll keep pushing on with this because we're honoring the dead ones, right? The guys that
Yeah,
gave the ultimate sacrifice,
and gals.
and gals, right? Guys and gals.
And
Yeah,
somebody
well,
probably have an issue with that.
that's a Jersey thing. I always say that. That's a disclaimer. You know, when I was in Jersey, everybody was a guy. Hey, you guys want to come? You guys, it was a generic term.
Yeah, it's kind of like
But
y'all.
yeah, but
Yeah,
now we got to be specific, and even if you want to be more specific and more sensitive, you got to use other pronouns that you don't even make sense in the English language. So you have to be more inclusive. So I don't even know if you can use people anymore, huh? People
wow,
and
I didn't hear
peoples.
that one, but it
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, yeah. I had a whole conversation. I'm not gonna do that. That's a whole different episode. This is about the soldiers,
Yeah,
not soldiers, the service men and women. Because right, it's not just army soldiers.
right.
So it's about all of them, and that's during war, correct? Right? It's just specifically for war, Memorial Day.
Hmm.
So, and what do you plan on doing, or what did you do
On
for
Memorial
Memorial
Day,
Day?
I'll be traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So all day today, huh?
yeah, I'll be traveling on Monday, coming back home.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Ceremonies are important, but our gratitude has to be more than visits to the troops and once a year Memorial Day ceremonies.
Yeah, what doesn't the president go through the cemetery? Uh, what's that?
Yeah.
God, why am I can't draw a
Oh,
blank?
where's that at?
Oh my gosh, why am I thinking? Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing.
Oh shoot, man.
Right, right. Isn't it embarrassing? We can't remember the cemetery.
You
Isn't it
talking about
Maryland, right?
Arlington?
Arlington. There you go.
Yeah,
That's in Texas. Yeah.
yeah.
Holy cow, that's
But
the one they
I
normally
was
go to,
talking
right?
about that one that was overseas. Where was that? Shoot.
Oh, we talking about in like France or
Yeah, it's like one over there, man. But anyway, yeah. There's that old quote that says, "We honor the dead by treating the living well."
hmm,
And I think that's one thing in this country, let alone the world, that has been lost. It's
right?
like if people don't want to, people don't want to talk to what they call their opposers, their enemy.
What they
You know
make
what I
their
mean?
enemy, right? It's
Yeah,
not necessarily
yeah.
their enemy, but
Yeah, exactly.
they make it
Especially when
that.
it gets to get into that political realm, man. It's like you just like I never believed in that term, agree to disagree. Shut the hell up. You know what I mean? Just talk about it. You know?
Right,
That just means you got two stubborn ass people.
right.
Because if you really look at, especially let's keep it at home in the country. If you really look at when certain president, when I say certain, I mean political party you choose. Tell me you had 8 years and the country's not better. If you really ask that question, and leave Biden out of it because he didn't do 8 months yet. But yeah, I'm gonna say leave Trump out of it too because he only did 4. But if you look at President Obama, President Bush, President Clinton, President Reagan, 8 years, how did they make the country better than when they started? You know,
Hmm.
if you really ask that question to people, they might come out with, I don't care who you voted for, what party you align yourself with. They might come up with one thing, well, Reagan did this and Clinton did that and Bush did this and Obama did that. And I'm like, wow, 8 years, you can name one thing.
Well,
And that one thing hardly ever trickles down to the average everyday American. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, I would even go a step further and say that one thing is just what you thought was better.
Yeah.
Because I personally think that but I've always lived by this. It was always a defensive position for me. It was always a defensive position. It wasn't about, well, this president's going to make the country better. It was always about, well, this one is going to make it bad, so we need a new one to make it not bad. It was always the ping pong effect,
Yeah.
where I would say, I even at one point believed we should alternate Democratic parties for presidents regardless. Forget the election. We'll just have it elect who runs the party and just alternate, because then it keeps balance. Then no one president can screw up the country entirely. That's where I always came from the thing, because I didn't really like America was always a rich country. It was the people in America that made America better.
Right.
I think the government always suppresses Americans. The government always screws things up. Look at the Postal Service. Look at all the other government run programs. They screw more things up than
Except for
make
one
better.
thing.
What's that?
Military.
Oh, well, the military, yeah. But still, even the military is made up of people, right?
No. I'm saying when government.
Sure.
Government was there first created for what? To protect us. Right?
Sure.
So my thing is stick to that. Don't get into the postals.
Well,
I don't
but
even
look,
think they're government though. But
but
the postal
post office.
service, huh?
Yeah,
They're
post
government?
office. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
The but the military thing, if you think about the military thing, where does the military get their technology? A lot of their technology comes from private companies.
Oh yeah.
They just
Okay.
give money to the private companies to
Right.
make the military better.
Right.
So ultimately, the government's just maintaining the military. They're not really making it better. They're just
Yeah,
throwing
okay.
money at private companies. So I
True.
don't think the government really makes anything better.
Well, I will say I think so.
You
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah, I think so because yeah, I think so.
But if one president
Yeah.
comes in and does all this stuff that he thinks is good, and then the next president comes in and reverses all this stuff he thinks is good, how are we ever making any ground? I mean, think of it a
I
football
don't know.
game.
You just called that balance.
Right. Well, okay. So if you're going to take the opinion that not screwing up too much is good,
Yeah,
I'm right there with you. That's basically what I'm trying to
yeah,
say. Let's switch teams every 4 years,
yeah.
and so we don't screw anything up,
I would say
and
every
let the people.
six.
Well, 6 years will work. Fine.
Yeah,
That's
six
fine.
6 years. And because I first heard that on the radio one day, and the guy said, I think it should be you get one shot, 6 years, you can't run again. That's it.
Right.
And now with you talking about switching parties, I don't really agree with that because then libertarians will never be in charge to make this country great. Finally, not again, but finally. But I don't think switching Democrat, Republican, that's going to do anything. No.
It's kind of
I'm
already
more of,
happening anyway, right?
hey, Jim, you got 6 years. That's it. You better make it a good shot, buddy.
Mm,
Now when you get in there, you're not you're not trying for re-election because you know you're not going to get reelected.
right. Right.
And just think
Right.
about it. If you knew a different party was coming after you, you would, I believe, you would try your damnedest to make the country great.
Well, I also would throw a caveat in there too. We'll call it 5 years and a shared year.
Oh, a little left seat, right seat.
I think so. I think the
Yeah.
last year should have two, one from each party, and they have to agree on everything.
Oh, that last year, won't a damn thing get done.
Well, that's okay though, because what happens in the last year anyway?
Not a damn thing gets done.
The dead duck thing, right? Then they call it
Yeah,
something. They got a name for it, lame duck.
yeah, yeah. Lame
You
duck.
know,
Yeah,
yeah, nothing gets done anyway. And then all of a sudden you get all these thousands of pardons and all these stupid game things, right? Well, that stuff wouldn't happen either.
right.
So
Yeah,
there's ways. See, and that's the funny thing as we're talking about it. There's opportunities, and even or you have to have whatever that last year. You always have to have a libertarian with you for the last year. Make it not the other party, make it a third party that has to
right.
be in your last year, and you two have to agree. That would
Oh,
be the way to get the libertarians in the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no. They'll never agree on anything.
But that's my point is though people might start to say, hey, they're making sense. They'd get more publicity.
Hmm.
So just a pipe dream. All right, we don't have to
Yep.
beat it up. We can call this one here and say thank you to all those who have sacrificed. Thank you to the families, right? The families who have members that sacrificed. The ones, because we know they're the ones behind the scene that's actually a big part of it. What do you want to say to top off our Memorial Day special?
In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
Dang, you're so profound tonight.
Just some quotes I like.
Yeah, I see. I see. So I guess let's go pull the pin on something.
Yeah, I just did. That was my pull the pin.
Oh, you're gonna just use the whole episode as your pull the pin.
No, that was my this like person of the week. All
Oh,
those who sacrificed, who made the ultimate sacrifice and died for the country in
oh,
battle. I say thank you. We salute you, and hopefully one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, we make this country, make you proud of this country, some way somehow. I
right.
don't see it happening. I'll be joining you soon before that happens, but you know,
Well, sooner than later, man. If you keep talking like that, right?
yeah, because
Hey,
it's just I don't know. I,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
use I'm not gonna use that cop out at the end because we talked the whole show about him. Um, I'm actually gonna celebrate our 100th episode by going back to my favorite place. And
The
you can tell
bathroom.
a lot about a business.
The
You can
bathroom.
tell a lot about a business
The
by the
bathroom.
type of toilet paper they stock. I'm telling you, I just don't understand it. Like, I understand business a little bit, I kind of know a little bit about business, and I understand finances a little bit, just a little bit about finances. And I understand that you want to save money in places you can. But if you are a business and you're buying one ply toilet paper, you do understand that people just use more toilet paper. It's not like they say, oh, I'll just use these three thinner sheets and that'll work. No, they use more toilet paper. You're not saving money. Just buy the good quality stuff and people will be satisfied with the first wipe. It's that simple. So that's my pull the pin on you guys skimping on the toilet paper. As a matter of fact, if I was actually critiquing restaurants, it'd be the first place I go. Or any business. The quality of your toilet paper represents your business. Make it happen. And that's
Wow.
my pull the pin.
Wow. Back to the bathroom.
Yes.
All right. That was a dirty one.
It was definitely where
Yeah,
to go.
that left some streaks.
And that is all the time we have for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us for as long as you have. Thanks for supporting us and keeping us here going. We're 100 episodes. We hope to see you guys again. We hope you veterans get on here, join us. We don't mind the company. If not, just tune in and take a watch, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. And until next time, Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin already.